don't know if someone is there. If someone shows up, please let me know if my sound is good. So just gonna wait for you guys here. I don't know if there are some lives ongoing right now, so maybe you are busy with other creators. But anyway, while I'm waiting for you guys, I'm gonna tell you that I was watching Dune Part 2. That was a ride. I just came from IMAX. What a movie, guys! If you haven't seen this movie, it's 100% recommended. So I hope you guys, if you like science fiction, this is awesome. Trying to put here the chat. I don't see the chat here, so let me check my settings. Working with my cell phone, so sorry for that. I'm sorry, guys, if you are chatting or not. I cannot see my chat right now. So what I wanted to talk about today is about the crime scene, and specifically about the way the girls were treated. It blows my mind. I today I don't understand why the killer treated Abby in one way and Libby in another way. So as you know, Libby was naked, undressed. I can see Nabla Mat here. Nabla is a mathematician. He's a bright guy. Thank you, man, for being here, for showing up. I'm happy for you. Let me know if my sound is good. Like that, I can adjust my settings here. So, as you know, as I was telling you guys, Libby was found undressed, and Abby was found dressed. In fact, she was redressed with. Okay, thank you. In fact, she was redressed with Libby's clothes. And since the day that information came out, I'm trying to figure out what's the explanation for that. And I don't have an explanation. I just have some theories, and I want to hear your ideas about this. You know that when we have a crime scene that was altered, we always hear about two elements. Hey Sterling, how are you, man? Thank you for being here. Drop the link. What link? What link, man? I don't know what you're talking about. So the thing is, when there's an alteration of a crime scene, we always hear about two factors or two elements or two concepts, let's say. One of them is staging, and the other one is posing. We all hear about that. So staging the crime scene is mostly related to the elements around the bodies. In this case, in the Delphi's case, we have the branches, the sticks, the allegedly F on the tree, etc. And when we talk about posing, that's related about the position or the positioning of the bodies. But there's another element there's another concept here, and it's the concept of the undoing. The undoing is when the killer or the killers, they try to reverse the homicide or the crime. And in the case of Abby's death, or the Abby's body positioning, we can talk about an undoing situation, because she was placed or positioned like in a peaceful, uh, how can I say, position. She was like in a, no, the killer, he had some kind of remorse when 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 he redressed Abby. It was different when in the case of Libby. Libby was naked, so it was like a denigration or humiliation of in the Libby's case. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say. And when we talk about the undoing concept, usually the killer has some kind of a connection with the victim. So the victim has some kind of importance for the killer. So we can say that if that's true, the killer, Richard Allen, or whoever was the guy committing this crime, he had some kind of connection to Abby, and he didn't have the same kind of connection to Libby. So maybe he knew Abby. We know that in this Odinist scenario, one of the actors was Logan Holder, and of course his father, Brad Holder. What if that type of positioning of the body, Abby being redressed, was because the killer didn't want to have Abby being found by the searchers or the police in a situation that was like how can I say that, denigrating. I don't know if that's for the killer. And the opposite can apply for Libby. She was actually naked, so she was not a person of importance for the killer. So that was just something that it blows my mind. I don't understand why the girls were treated differently. I just wanted to know what's your opinion about this. And I don't know if you can text something in the chat to trigger a conversation. Okay, deja vu. She could have redressed herself, no? Why? Why? Let's start for the beginning. Why were the girls naked at one point? I don't understand why. The information we have is that there was no sexual attack. So why do you order the girls to be naked if you are not gonna commit a sexual attack? I can think about I don't know, taking pictures, to sell the pictures, I don't know, or to send a message to the family, to treat I don't know, why were they naked at one point if there was no sexual attack? What was the point of that? What do you think about that? I don't understand, really. So they were naked at one point, no sexual attack, they were murdered afterwards, and I don't know. I don't understand why. And one was let undressed, and the other one was let redressed with the clothes of the other girl. You said that multiple actors were involved. Do you think this crime is linked to a kind of cult? I don't think it's a cult. Is maybe when we talk about Odinist everybody says that's crazy, or this is bullshit. It's impossible to think about a sacrifice scenario here, and maybe that's true. But change the word cult by, let's say, hell angels. So at that point, you have the same type of group, like an Aryan supremacy group, hell angels or Vinlanders or whatever, and that could be some kind of drug related scenario instead of sacrifice cult scenario. I don't know if I make clear my thinking. So that could be some kind of execution, but why one of them was treated differently? I don't understand. I don't understand why. If Abby was treated that way, it's maybe because she was important for the killer, and I come back to my initial idea. Maybe could they have been walked back to scene? Yeah, maybe we don't know what was the time of death. We don't know. They say that everything was done by 3 o'clock. I don't remember, but what was everything was done by that time. I don't know. I think that it's very possible that the girls were kidnapped. They were something happened in another place. Some kind of, if there was no sexual attack, maybe there was some kind of I don't know. They were taking pictures, taking videos to sell it in the dark web or something like that, or to send a message to the family if that was drug related, and maybe they were killed after that, and they were placed in that wooden area. It is law enforcement's timeline, yeah, but we don't know the coroner report, and there are inconsistencies also. Remember that in the death certificate of one of the girls, one appeared to be deceased in the 13, the other one in the 14. That seems to be clear right now, and it was some kind of mistake, or I don't know, but it's suspicious. So I don't know, guys. It's weird. It blows my mind. I don't have an answer, and I wanted to know what are your ideas about this. I don't understand. I question everything of Me Too. I question everything. I don't know. And when we talk about tentacles, and we talk about the Kleins and the Odinists and Richard Allen, maybe all these tentacles were interlinked. All of them. Maybe all of them are actors in this scenario. People say that it's not possible to have a conspiracy, because if there's a conspiracy, some guy would talked already. But sorry, I lost my light here. But that's what happened already. In theory, we have Keegan Klein, who made a confession. He said that he was waiting in a red jeep while another person was committing the crime. We interfered that the other person was potentially his father, Tony Klein, who is a psycho. He's a psychopath. He almost killed his stepson, hitting his head on a toilet room. So that's not impossible. And after that confession, remember that the search of the Wabash River was triggered, And right after that, we have the arrest of Richard Allen. It was like a domino effect. So it's not crazy that he was telling the truth. I don't know. Everybody says that Keegan Klein was a liar, and of course he's a fucking liar. But he was lying always for his own benefit. And in that case, in the confession about the red Jeep, allegedly confession, he was putting himself in the crime scene. So it's different. Maybe he was telling the truth at this time. And now we have also the allegedly, no, that was an actual confession, of true or not, but he made this confession, Elvis Fields. So we have three people making confessions. We have Elvis Fields, we have Keegan Klein, and we have Richard Allen. So the idea that in a conspiracy, the conspiracy is crazy because nobody, someone would talk. It doesn't apply, but because we have three persons talking. Of course, we don't know what's the context of the confessions that Richard Allen made, but we have the context of the confessions that Keegan Klein and Elvis Fields made. So I don't know. The crime scene still blows my mind, and when you think about Hannah Shakespeare, remember the documentary, and she was saying in the crime scene that the killer was not trying to conceal the victims, but rather he was trying to present the victims. I agree. The whole positioning of the bodies, the whole things about the branches, the sticks, etc. Analyzed. Another channel had a short last week with tiny clips. Sorry, I lost your comment. I'm using my cell phone and I didn't know what you said, but anyway, I agree with Hannah Shakespeare. The killer was not, in my opinion, he was not trying to hide the bodies. He was trying to present it. Why? And why was he trying to present it in that way? One girl naked, another one dressed or redressed with the clothes of another girl, the telephone at the back or under the body of Libby. This is really weird. It's really weird, and I don't know. I don't know what do you think about that? Let me your comments in the comment section. We can trigger a discussion there, but I don't have an answer, and it's really weird. If we come back to the beginning of the case, we had David Erskine, who was talking about some leaves on the bodies, and if that's true, maybe the killer was trying to hide the bodies. So why in the pictures of the crime scene we don't have any leaves, just branches, just sticks? It's because, I don't know, it's because the wind swept the leaves, or the pictures were taken like in a progression way, you know. So they took pictures with the leaves and the branches, then they took the leaves out and they left the branches and they took pictures. I don't know, I don't understand if the David Erskine texts were correct or accurate. I lost my idea. Anyway, guys, how much contaminated DNA left after 7 years? Yeah, I don't know if there was some DNA. One thing that is it makes me think too is if we have several actors which should have DNA. So it's more difficult to obtain DNA when you have only one killer, because for him it's gonna be easier to destroy the DNA by, I don't know, cleaning the victims or whatever. But when you have multiple people at the crime scene, the possibility to have or to let DNA at that specific crime scene is higher, you know. So something to think about that. Now if Elvis feels spat on the girls, we should have DNA from Elvis Fields, no? Or the elements just destroy the DNA from one day to the other day, if the girls were actually there during the whole time, which I'm not sure about that. It's something that it still blows my mind. I really want to know what's gonna happen during the process in May, if that happens. What kind of information we're gonna have, what was the context of the confessions. I repeat, if Richard Allen said during those confessions that he felt responsible for the murders, that's a total different scenario. He's not saying that he killed the girls, but if he said, I killed the girls in this specific way, something that only the killer knows, that's not gonna play well for him. Another thing I had in mind is analyze the Ron Logan affidavit for search. Sorry, I'm losing your comments. I'm so sorry. For sure, I'm gonna reply in the replay. I'm sorry, Annalisa. The comments, I see the comments so fast, so I don't know what did you text there. It's because I'm using my phone right now. Pardon my French. So another thing I was thinking about is we know that Abby was redressed, so we don't know if there was another injury, like in the, I don't know, let's say in the belly of Abby or in another place of her body. And remember that her transcript with Keegan Klein, when they were talking about some weird things about the abdomen or stomach, like some kind of fixation with that kind of thing. Let's say if the killer bite one of the girls, let's say Abby, we don't have that information, right? You know, and I don't know, guys. That was just a quick live here. I wanted to talk to you. Sorry, because I couldn't see the messages in the screen. My bad. Next time is gonna be better. I promise. Thank you for being here, and please let me your comments in the comment section. I would appreciate if you give me some recommendations, Criptex. I would like you to talk about this, or don't talk too much about that, or change this, or make longest videos or shorter videos, or I don't know. All this stuff is gonna help me to be better in this YouTube content creation, whatever. Thank you, guys. So see you soon, and keep in touch. And remember to see Dune 2. It's really cool. It's really good. Ciao.